Hello everyone, and welcome back to Coffee Talk. The game progress doesn't say. Let me just double check. I thought it was going to be the potential finale. Coffee Talk. How many days? 14 days. Alright. Continue. So, it might be a total, like, getting all the coffees, etc. He never really changed. But you're on day 8, I think. Dude, it's Henry. Alright. He never really changed. Oh, this is the brew pad. I just don't like bleep loops. He never really changed. I know. But it was surprisingly nice catching up with people from back then. Thank you for forcing me to do it. Don't mention it. Don't mention it. My throat's a little itchy. I'm gonna try my best to not, like, fuck it for tomorrow. Hey, Sky. I'd like to order again. The usual. Back to the experiment? Yes. You know what? Try adding milk to the ingredients you already have. Alright. You know what to do. So it's tea, ginger milk. At least I think it's ginger. Try this. Try this. Thank you. Tastes just like I asked. Too bad it's not it. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Would you like to order anything else? I'm good for now. Couldn't help overhearing you both. It sounds like you two go way back. We do, I guess. He was my bodyguard. Oh? Didn't you meet here? Yeah, when this was a bar. What happened exactly? I need to change his voice up because I can't do the difference. He was getting his ass kicked by a couple of dwarves. Ugh, those two bastards. It wasn't a pretty sight, so I intervened. Aren't vampires supposed to be, you know, tough? Just because I'm a vampire doesn't mean I know Kung Fu. Besides, I had a couple of drinks. I could have taken them both if I was sober. A couple, really? You were trashed, Hyde. You told them I was your bodyguard. Wait, were you not his bodyguard? Not at the time. We didn't even know each other. But because of the whole fiasco, we both got kicked out. And then this wasted vampire stuck to me. Like, well, you know, to a blanket. Obviously, he was too drunk to drive, so I hailed a cab. Turns out he also too drunk to tell the driver where he lived. And I was stuck with him until morning. Thanks for not leaving me out on the street, Gala. Those dwarves could have killed me. Who were they? I'm not going to confirm nor deny anything, but it's possible they may have had ties to the Mafia. And I might have lost some of their money in the stock market. A lot of their money. Yikes. They wanted to launder their dirty money, so I decided to screw them over instead. Yeah, I overheard what they were talking about before the fight started. I knew Hyde was innocent, and that's why I helped him. He might be an annoying asshole, but he's not a thief. What a stroke of luck, the universe sending me a guardian angel in my time of need. So the next morning, I offered him his job as my bodyguard for real. After all the trouble you caused me that night before, hey, I took you to breakfast. Don't tell me that you counted for nothing. I have to say, it wasn't my proudest moment. I was broke, breakfast was an offer I couldn't refuse. It was late 60s, mind you. It wasn't easy finding a job, especially for people like me. Werewolves? War veterans. Ah, I see. So how did you go from working as a bodyguard to working the hospital gala? Well, when he was working with me, I noticed... Hide. I'd prefer if we skipped that part. I'm sorry, but I don't want to go into any details about it. It's alright. Forgive me for asking. I don't mind telling you the quick and dirty version. Long story short, he helped me with something. Let's just say something from my past. Thanks to that help, I found a new purpose in life. Helping other people live. Of course, it's not easy to become a veteran werewolf, to become a nurse or doctor. That's why I chose hospital admin instead. So you could say I owe this guy my life. Thanks to his stubborn persistence in helping me when I needed it. Thank you for sharing your story with me. I didn't expect such a tale from you. I know! Anyway, Sky, I'd like to order something now. What would you like? Can you make a tea-based drink that's warm and cool at the same time? Tea. Milk. Tea. No. Tea and lime. That works. Lemon milk tea. Here's your order. Exactly what I wanted. By the way, it feels like this place is missing something today. Yeah, I haven't seen her today. Speak of the devil. Hello, good people. And one vampire. It's good to see you too, Freya. By the way, we were just talking about you. Oh, really? What about me? I was just surprised that you weren't here. Is that how you pick up girls young enough to be your granddaughter? That won't work on me. I have no interest in flirting with you. I've got high standards, you know. You look so tired, Freya. Hard day at work. How could you tell? Call it werewolf senses. Right. I showed Sky my draft, and I actually got some good feedback. That's good to hear. Glad I could help. So I spent the whole day rewriting stuff, and I also did some stories for the paper. Overall, it was a good day. That's good to hear. But please don't forget to take a break. It's easy to not get carried away by the work when you're on a roll. Will do, sir. And speaking of hospitals, how's your hospital admitting life going? That's not even a word, Freya. Actually, I'm not even sure what you even do there. It's pretty boring to talking about, but mostly I handle operational stuff happening in the hospital. Things like how much a specialist costs, how much it affects our income. I also deal with patients and their families, if they require intensive care such as operations. I go through what we do and how much it would cost them. Kinda like biz dev for people's lives then. You could say that. Damn, that sounds complicated and hard. That's why I'm suited for the job. Someone who gets very emotionally attached to patients would find this job pretty tough. Whereas heartless people like my friend here only see it as a business perspective. Good point. Why do people really talk of your kind of job? I guess most people don't really notice we exist or think about the necessity of it. Exactly, it's an interesting job, yet no one talks about it. Maybe because most admins are just like me. We rarely talk about work outside the hospital. Why? For me, I just don't find any reason to. It's the patients' personal lives anyway. Such professionalism and loyalty. You should keep a hold of what mine say, especially in front of this lady here. You. He needs to be a bit less loyal, though. Alright. You've been doing this job for a while, right? Almost 50 years now. Whoa, I didn't know that. Wait. 50 years in the same position? Uh-huh. Holy. Ask for a promotion, man. They keep offering me new positions, mostly managerial. Take it. Not interested. Why? It's not something I want. Besides, as I've told you before, I fit perfectly in this position. But the salary must be better if you take the promotion, right? Of course. But what I get at the moment is more than enough for me right now. And I still get raises while I'm doing this job. Well, I can't really figure you out. That's Gala for you. Anyway, my shift's starting soon. It was nice catching up with both of you. Are you gonna stay, Hyde? Yeah, I'm still enjoying the vibes here. I'll see you in a few weeks, I guess. Yep. Safe trip. See you around, Sky. And you, Freya. See ya. Take care on your way. I need to pop my can open, 1 sec. You know, it's kind of hard to believe. Someone like Gala would be your best friend. We were just talking about that before you arrived. Oh, really? Man, I missed an interesting story. So how'd you guys meet? Seriously, do I have to retell the story? Yes. Come on, you're not going anywhere, right? Huh, alright then. We met in this place back when it was a bar. Whoa. I never knew Gala used to be in the army. I mean, he's got the build to be on the front line. Still though, why did he make the jump from, how should I say this, a very physical job to medic? Well, he's not comfortable talking about it right now. But you know why, right? Are you trying to squeeze the story from me? Obviously. He doesn't want to talk about it. That's him, not you. Seriously, Freya. Come on! I won't get into the details. But going to war, it messes with your head. Oh. You see why Gala doesn't want to talk about it, huh? I don't get it, but it must be difficult, especially back then. The only thing he was confident in was his strength, so he only did work that relied on his muscle. That wouldn't help him get over his trauma though, right? Of course not, but it was the only thing he could do. Or at least it's the only thing he thought he could do. But you hired him for muscle. Hey, I didn't know all that at the time. Besides, he's good at being a bodyguard, and we weren't that close yet, so no personal feelings. I needed his strength. But then I got him to be interested in him. Interested? I think he's a cool person. That's all. But after a few months, I noticed his problem. I suggested he talk about it with someone, seek help, which he refused. No surprises there. But I kind of pushed him to do it. How? It's complicated. Eventually, he did go to get professional help. Of course, I have no idea what happened in his therapy sessions. But in the end, he found a new purpose in his life. He quit working for me. And not so long after, he started working at the hospital. And he's been Good evening, everyone. Oh boy. Good evening. It's nice to see you again. We are also glad to see you, barista. By the way, I didn't catch your name the last time you visited. Do you have a name? Name? We sure have. On Earth, please call us Neil. Neil. Yes. Neil. Is that your real name? Oh, of course not. Due to the nature of our communication, we do not really need trivial things like names to interact. But from what we have learnt here, it seems that the name Neil has a lot of associations with Earthling efforts and the intergalactic inspiration. Ah, I get what you mean. I believe we did not meet the last time we were here. I saw you from afar when you were at the coffee shop a few days ago. So hello, my name is Freya. You could say I'm a regular here. And you, sir? Hyde. You come here often? For someone who doesn't live in Seattle, yeah. Ooh, you are not from here. Neither are we. Where do you come from? Far away. By far away, do you mean a few thousand miles or more? More. Much more. More to the point that your strange calculation system means nothing. That sounds far away indeed. What are you doing here in Seattle? And do all you kind dress like this? Oh, this? We chose this appearance based on an image we saw when we first arrived. Image? Ah, the Armory Junior album cover. No wonder you look familiar. As for what we are doing, this place has become the perfect spot to practice our communication skills with Earthlings. But before that, please let us order something from the barista. What do you want to drink tonight? The usual. That is how you say it, yes? Yes. So, anything? Yes, we won't be able to taste the difference anyway. You really can't taste anything? Yes. What if I can brew a drink that can make you feel something? Interesting premise. But we doubt you will be able to do that. Challenge accepted. Please surprise us. Alright, we want like fucking the most bitter thing. Coffee. No. Coffee. Ginger. Coffee, ginger. No. There we go. The most bitter. Make him feel pain. Ginger lemon coffee. A cup of anything is ready for you. Thank you. What the? Interesting. What are you doing? Drinking. That's how they drink. Oh boy. You're one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. But you can't be sure with Freya. That definitely wasn't the highest compliment. What are you doing, Neo? Us? We are travelers. Doing our job in the space you call Milky Way. What kind of job? We are tasked with the mission to spread our seeds. You really are here to find a date? All the way from a galaxy far, far away? Wow. Turns out pervs exist everywhere in the universe. Feeling attacked, old man? Not really. You have a valid point. We do not understand. But we are glad if we can make you laugh. Oh, the pleasure was mine. If I may ask, why do you have to breed with us? We are sorry, but that is classified information. Oh man. Well, how's the mission going so far? We cannot say it is going well. I'm not surprised. With how quirky and unique you are, not many women can handle that. Could you handle them, though? Me? I don't know. What do you think? You're a pretty adventurous girl. I wouldn't be surprised if you decided to go on a date. Or maybe go further, if you got a good story. Oh, you're not offended by that? Not in the slightest. You're wrong, though. I'd go on a date with them, but I don't like to sleep around. Really? To be honest, I didn't expect that. Yeah, I get that a lot. People often mistake me for someone who gets around a lot. Excuse me, miss. From what we gather, does that mean you're willing to breed with us in exchange for our stories? Wow, no wonder your mission isn't going well. I don't mind going out with you for a drink or dinner in exchange for stories, but I only sleep with someone I'm serious about. But our mission is serious. It's not that. You either have to be my boyfriend or husband if you want to sleep with me. We have heard of these terms before. Let us check them once again. This is very strange. According to what we found, many Earthlings mate with one person exclusively for their entire lives. Yes, that's called commitment. Such a strange concept. Then why, with such rules, do you still face overpopulation problems? Now that you mention it, we don't have enough control of ourselves, and those in charge also don't have control of us. Not to mention some races live for a very, very long time. So even though there were rules about having kids, and they can be strictly enforced, a lot of people still break them. We know Earthlings boast about the concept of free will, but we thought your kind also loved the concept of restraint and taking care of the planet. At least that is what we gathered from your information network. Theoretically, that should be the case, but Earthlings are stupid. That's the easiest way to put it. We learned so much today. But we have another question for Miss Freya. Ask away. How can we become your husband? First of all, I would suggest going step by step. Most of the time you start by dating, boyfriends or girlfriends, you know, before you talk about marriage. Oh, okay. So, how can we become your boyfriend? You could start by asking her whether she's actually single. Understood. So, Miss Freya, are you single? Yes, I am single. Do you want to be our girlfriend? Now, the path to starting a date varies between people, but usually it takes some time before you want to commit yourself to someone. Wow. The breeding process of Earth is extremely complicated. It can be easy if you're a smooth talker. Smooth talker? Someone who's good at communicating with others. That would be really challenging for us. Even after all that, making kids is still a totally different league. Most women prefer if their male partners wear condoms. Condoms? It's something you wear to prevent pregnancy. Why would you do the mating ritual if you do not want to have offspring? Pleasure. All this information is too much to process in one evening. So we talked about using condoms, but how do your kind have sex? Like, seeing how you drink. A condom might be something you can't use at all. That's true. How do you do it? We are pretty flexible with that, but we cannot tell you the details, unless we agree to do the mating ritual. I do not want to imagine how it's done. Oh, you don't need to worry. We will not hurt anyone physically or mentally. Yeah, I'm not so sure about that, especially the mental part. We did our research, and we tried it on the test subject we made. It was proven. The mental capacity of Earthlings is far more complicated than anything else on Earth, sir. Oh, we did not know that. Being born on Earth sounds very difficult. It is. I have to agree with that. Anyway, thank you so much for the information you have given us tonight. It means a lot for our mission. We have to report our findings to the base. How will we proceed with the mission with this newfound information? We are not sure yet. It is to be discussed after all. It was really nice talking with all of you. You're welcome. We are off now. Bye. Take care on your way, sir. That was really something. Indeed. You said the first time they came here was for a date, right? Yeah, but the date never came, and the word mistook Miss Myrtle for their date. The game developer orc? Wow, I dread to think how that went. It was pretty awkward. But you can't be angry at such naivete. I guess so. By the way, has that young woman been back since I last spoke with her? You mean Miss Lua? Yeah, her. Oh, showing some concern now, are you? I'm just curious. No, I haven't seen her since then. But her boyfriend did come a few days ago, and Freya was pretty nosy to the point where Mr. Gala joined the discussion. My. You really have a knack for starting trouble. Sadly, I have to agree with that. It's not easy to make Gala join a random conversation, unless it really piques his interest, or it annoys him. I don't know where to react to that. Well, I need to catch a flight to Seoul tomorrow, so I'm off for the day. Oh, you're leaving Seattle so soon? It's only for a week or so. I'll be back here sooner than you know. Oh, well, it'll be a peaceful week then. Anyway, I need to get moving as well. Thank you for letting me stay without ordering anything. I didn't even notice that. You don't really care about business. She didn't order anything, but she did attract people to the coffee shop. That's one way to put it. Anyway, Freya, do you want to share a cab? Thanks, but I'm riding my bike. Alright then, see you around. Take care away, folks. Drink the Pepsi. A cup for longing for a deep slumber. Wednesday, September 30th, 2020. Dwarven-made cars face challenge against an unexpected competitor. The Mother Earth organization fights to save more forests. Protests arrive over government treatment of Atlantic immigrants. Welcome. Good evening, sir. Hello. I'm from the Federal Immigration Regulation and Enforcement Division, or FIRE for short. How may I help you? We've heard reports of alien sightings in this area. We take the issue of the illegal interstellar immigration seriously. Have you seen any creatures you would consider to be alien in nature? I don't think so. But what should I be looking for? What's this alien look like? We are not 100% sure, but according to some eyewitnesses, it's wearing a spacesuit or something similar. That's a pretty eye-catching outfit. You'd think an illegal alien would be trying to blend in better, wouldn't it? To avoid attention, you know. That is a very good point. In fact, there might be a solid possibility that we have been running around after false testimonies. They are superior creatures, after all. Thank you for the help. If you see any suspicious activities, please contact us through our website. Will do, sir. You don't want to drink anything before you leave? We're good. Take care on your way. Man, what an asshole. No. Phew. You really need to be more careful, Neil. Huh? Good evening, Sky. Yo. Hello, Miss Aqua, Miss Myrtle. Have you both been somewhere together? We planned to meet here. It's just a coincidence we arrived at the same time. Would you like to order anything? Do you want to order first? Nah, you go first. Okay. Can I have a cup of green tea with a lot of mint? Green tea. Mint, mint. Marrakech. Your drink's ready. Ooh. This looks really fresh. I call this Marrakech, inspired by its origins. Marrakech in Morocco? I heard people there really love tea. Let's give it a try then. Oh my. It's warm but very refreshing. No wonder Morocco is associated with tea. How about you, Miss Myrtle? Do you want to order anything right away? Sure. I'll have thé tarik. Thé tarik. Did I not? I've made it before. I remember making it before. Coffee talk. Thé tarik. TT milk. Okay, that is not what I made before. Interesting. TT milk. Here's your thé tarik. Huh? Is there anything wrong? No. It's better than I thought it would be, actually. The taste is very authentic, just like thé tarik you get in Southeast Asia. Thank you for the compliment. Where did you learn to make it? I traveled around Southeast Asia a few years ago. So you learned about it in Malaysia? Yes, and then from videos on the internet. So, how are things going in the office? As usual, tiring. I'm just going to drop the BGM one stage, I don't know why. Tiring. But thanks to you and your team, we've made good progress with a problem we've been stuck on for a while. I'm glad I could be of help. It's not every day our research can have an indirect impact as this. Only a few weeks after publication, no less. The thing is, Even with your help, we still need to do a ridiculous amount of overtime to make sure the game will be available for holiday season. Oh. I want to say please don't forget to rest, but I'm sure that won't be easy for you and the team. As if those executives actually cared about us. Overtime is not mandatory, they'll say. Please see your family, get some rest. But we all know that optional overtime is a passive-aggressive move. We'll stay longer in the office anyway. Because if you go home earlier than the others, you'll feel bad for them. You'll feel guilty. I understand that so much. I hate to admit it, but yeah, it's guilt. I wish I could help you. Or at least say something to boost your morale. Sadly, I'm not the right person to give advice about that. For guilt is something that also bothers me quite a lot. Even for things that I shouldn't feel guilty about. And you know what? It makes it worse. I know the state of the industry, but it still saddens me to realize that my favorite series was born out of such sacrifice. I'm sorry, I ruined the mood for everyone. Don't worry about it, Aqua. It's not that bad off, you know. At least the company gives us decent compensation, healthcare, bonuses, and so on. And we're all used to this. So don't you worry about me, okay? Getting used to an unhealthy working condition shouldn't be a norm. Hey, cheer up. Remember, your research helped us quite a lot. Thanks to you, the rest of the development is going to be much easier. How's your game doing, by the way? Actually, I have some good news about it. What is it? The game got approved to be showcased at Max Fest this year. That's really good news. Congrats. Thank you. So, what's the problem then? Haven't confirmed my attendance to the organizer. Why? Confirm it, fast. Before they give your spot to another indie. I'm not sure about it. What's stopping you? Cost? The booth is free for indies. That's good then. And the event's in there. You don't need to spend anything on travel or accommodation. It's a golden ticket. But I'm not that confident. You passed the selection process, right? Should be easy enough validation to reassure you of the game's quality. If I'm not mistaken, the judges are usually prolific people in the industry, and also senior journalists. I know. But I've told you about my game, right? It's pretty non-traditional. Thousands of people are visiting Max, expecting Full Metal Conflict and other bigger games. Every game has its own market, you know, and you'll be in the indie area. People know what to expect there. Gamers aren't stupid. What if some haters visit the booth? What if they don't like my game, say bad things about it, or about me? That's not gonna happen. It's an expo, not the internet. People are way nicer in real life. Even after all that, I'd still be there by myself for the whole event. That is one problem, yeah. Meeting that many people's already scary enough. Doing it for 4 days straight. Showing my baby to the public. Can't just imagine the horror. You know what? So far my schedule is pretty empty around then. If things stay the same until Max, I'll come with you. No, you don't have to do that. Even if you're free, then you shouldn't waste your time on me. Relax or something. No, it's no bother. I'll be going to the event anyway. Might as well come out with an exhibitor badge. What about your company's booth? Don't worry about it. There are hundreds of us. I can just ask my lead to skip this year. But... I'm coming with you, whether you like it or not. Okay. Good. Now, what are you gonna show the game on? I have a laptop and a smartphone. Is the Expo build ready? Expo build? You're not planning to showcase the full version, right? That's the plan. Don't. I can give you the guidelines on what to have for the Expo build. Do you have the game with you now? It's on my phone. I can send you the build now if you want. Do so. Okay. Got it. Now, let's see. Hello, Miss Rachel. Hi, Sky. What's wrong? Huh? Nothing. I've just been practicing all day and I'm pretty tired. Are you having a concert soon? Don't tell anyone, it'll be announced tomorrow. But I'm going to perform at Coachella next week. They're still editing initial performers. Yeah, you might say this announced later. Backups. Oh. But it's still the biggest festival in the country. Yes! And I'm excited for it. I think I should celebrate with a special drink, something sweet. What do you want to order? A sweet hot chocolate. We want cocoa powder. Honey. Yeah. Chocolate. Definitely honey. Hot chocolate. Just cause I think it's chocolate honey something, right? Chocolate, ginger, cinnamon. Honey, chocolate milk honey. Yeah, I was right about that. Chocolate milk honey. Chocolate milk honey. I just wanted to make sure because it doesn't really have warm. Your sweet hot chocolate is ready. Thank you. How is it? Not bad. It's not special, but it's enough. Please don't hesitate to call me if you need anything else. Thanks. Other than the instruction on the loading screen, try putting a time limit on how long they can play. Why? Wouldn't that break their immersion? Probably, but in the case that's a good reaction to it. You might have people lining up to play your game. You don't want to make them wait too long. That makes sense. If you don't want them to put a time limit on it, try ending the demo with a cliffhanger. That should get people's attention. Noted. Dad? What are you doing here? After what you did at the studio this evening? I was worried I couldn't find you anywhere around the studio, so I thought you'd be here. And now you're causing another ruckus? We're sorry, Sky. We didn't mean to cause you any problems. You're sorry. I didn't have to do anything sorry for. Well, anyway, I better order something. What are you having? What would you recommend? Might I suggest a cup of Spanish Sahara? Oh, what's that? It's basically hot chocolate with milk and ginger. Sounds delicious. I'll take the Spanish Sahara. Chocolate, milk, ginger. Your drink is ready, sir. My. This is amazing. Glad you liked it. Dad? Yes? Please just go home after you finish your drink. Not until you leave that good-for-nothing pervert. I need him. He's going to help me become more successful. I know Morris. He's not a good person. The industry has changed, Dad. It's not like 20 years ago. Besides, since you left, he's been growing his brand, making his name, managing a lot of stars so they become superstars. I still have my informants in the industry. He hasn't changed much. And even if he has, it wasn't for the better. You're just being paranoid. First you were afraid of how my fans would treat me, now you're afraid of the industry too. What's next? You'll lock me up in my house because you're afraid the air I'm breathing? You're just too young to understand. Then make me understand, because this is definitely not helping. There are better ways. Didn't you learn anything from Mom? You were together for almost 15 years, but you learned nothing. Not even how to talk to your own daughter. Rachel, I'm sorry. But I'm trying, okay? Try harder, because right now, you're not helping anyone. Not me, not you, no one. I know. Give me a chance. You know what? It will take time for me to learn, but I am learning. Or, you know, I could return to the industry. Could try to be a manager. Daddy, you out of your mind. You've been out of touch for so long. I told you, I have informants there. I'm not that out of touch. Of course there are things that need to figure out, but it doesn't work that way. You know what? Going from a girl band to a solo career won't be easy. If I take things slow, I'll lose all my momentum. If you don't want me to be a manager, can you at least choose someone other than Morris? I don't think so. Mr. Lester is at the right of his career now. He's my best chance right now. Don't be too paranoid, okay? I've made my decision. Now please go home, relax, and don't ever come to the studio again. I'm going back there. I need to practice for the festival. It's only a few days away, and it's a big chance to boost my presence as a solo artist. I got a bing bong real quick. Common D&D race. Tiefling. Dwarf. Elf. Human. Ganassi. Those are my common ones. You're going to be home. I don't know. I'll be staying at the hotel the label provided, but that's... See ya, Dad. Wait, Rachel. Excuse me for a moment, Sky. I'm sorry about what just happened. 1 to 5. 1, 2, 3. True. You don't have to apologize. Yeah, we were busy minding our own business anyway. What? You didn't hear them argument, Myrtle? Of course I heard them. I chose to ignore most of it. It's not my business, is it? That's amazing. What's so amazing about that? I don't think I can do that. Dividing and focusing my attention completely. Especially when there's an argument like that. Are you saying that you weren't listening to my advice and you're focusing them instead? Nah. No, I was listening. I made notes. See, you didn't even realize. But you are capable of focusing your attention. Now that you mention it, it happened naturally, I guess. Being born to a big family is useful after all. Yeah, sometimes we don't even realize what we're capable of doing. By the way, do you want to head back now? Yeah, it's pretty late. Yo, Sky, we are leaving. Hope you had a good time. Thank you for the drinks as usual. Please take care on your way home. I guess that's all for tonight. Oh, you're back, Mr. Hendry. Are you alright, sir? Sir? Oh, yes, yes. Please don't worry about me. Did you manage to catch up with Miss Rachel? No. I lost her. I'm sorry to hear that, but I'm sure she's alright. I hope you're alright. By the way, pardon me for asking. Yes? Throughout your arguments with Miss Rachel, something kept bugging me. What's that? Why did you leave the music industry? Now that's a trip down memory lane. You don't have to tell me if it makes you uncomfortable. Oh no, it's fine. I left around 20 years ago, just as we were welcoming the beginning of the new millennium. It was a great time for girl bands, you know. They were huge in the 90s, and they were still enjoying their leftover sensation of the past decade. I met my wife while working. She worked for a record label, and that's how we met. I decided to get married and settle down. I wanted a peaceful life. You didn't find peace in managing girl bands? Oh gosh, no. The politics, the dark side of the industry, none of it's good. But what hit me hardest was the fans. Toxic fans are the worst. The teenage girls especially, they were crazy about their idols. To the point where they even started doing really unimaginable stuff. Like what? Spending all the money trying to copy the superstar lifestyle, abandoning their responsibilities, their families. And the men, they were even worse. They sexualized the girls in every way you could possibly imagine. Edited photos, stalking, outright sexual assault. It was before the internet, mind you. I mean, the internet existed, but it wasn't as mainstream as it is now. I wasn't even the target of abuse, but it haunted me. It was everywhere. Don't talk to me about peace. I couldn't sleep back then. Not getting enough sleep is dangerous for cats. What do you do for a living now? After we got married, my wife and I opened a record store. It's not big, but we have a very specific audience. We're niche, but they love us for it. It's more than enough for our little family. You said you're still in touch with your friends in the music industry. They visit my place from time to time, and we all meet up at least once a year. Usually it's at my place. Gosh, look at the time. I should go home too. Are you going to be alright by yourself? Don't worry about me. I'm an old cat. We're stronger than most people think. See you later, Sky. And sorry for bringing our fight to your place. Don't worry about it. Alright then. Goodbye. Cafe latte. A caffeine boost dominated by milk. Thursday, October 1st. Yeah. Okay. Coachella organizer reminds parents not to allow their children to unattend unsupervised. Rachel Florencia confirmed to be perform at Coachella 2022. Gail Naiman and Maruki Harukumi to collaborate for new IP. Someone's like that. Is it Freya? It's Freya, right? No. What? It's not Myrtle. Prévent, Chamon Mosquée et Bergames. Rejoint douleur de son croisé très sur l'air discursement fantastique. Someone likes these games, or those things, and I'm pretty sure it was Freya. Yeah, Freya likes them. And, coffee. Oh, Neil, you've come early today. Is there anything I can help you with? There is definitely something that you can do. What is that? Can we work here? Excuse me, what? Is it possible for us to work here? What? Why? We have learned something precious since we first arrived here. Communication is very important on Earth, and Earthlings communicate in a very complicated way. It blows our minds to learn that you need to mix between verbal and non-verbal communication. Yes, but I can see your communication skills has improved an awful lot since you've arrived. That is true, but it is not enough. Some of the biggest lessons about Earthlings we learned from here. This made us think. Instead of focusing on finding a breeding partner, we should focus on learning on how to communicate with Earthlings properly. Sounds like a good strategy. That is why we asked to allow us to work here, because you want to interact with our customers. That is correct. I'm not sure about this. Now, normal, if you're applying for a job on Earth, you have to go through certain processes before you finally get the job, if you get it at all. Oh. Let me think this over if you don't mind, and I'll let you know tomorrow. Oh, no. We are sorry for our spontaneity, but it has to be today. May I know why? Because we are leaving for an event tomorrow. Okay. Okay. Thank you. But with one condition. You won't be making any drinks. I'll handle that. Once I'm done, you'll be give the cup to the customer. Understood. There are other things you need to help keep in mind. What is that? Dealing with the customers. Some people come here just to chill. They might come here for just a drink, work, or to read something. I strongly suggest you let them be. But always be prepared if they want to talk about anything. How can we know whether the people want to be left alone or not? That won't be easy. But you'll be able to judge based on the body language. Non-verbal signs. Yes. That will be very hard for us, indeed. Don't worry. I'll give you a sign. When you should start talking, and when you should stop. Thank you. We will need that so much. Well, that's basically all you need to do here. Do we need a special outfit for the job? Not really. I'll lend you an apron though, to help keep your suit clean. And to differentiate from the other customers. You don't really need more differentiation, but it will make you look more legit for the job. That is a very Earthling thing to do. It is. Alright then. Are you ready for this? We are! Okay, let's start the night. Dude, it's my new friend, Neil the barista. Welcome. Holy wow. What the hell is happening? Good evening, Miss Freya. Hey Sky, what's going on here? Well, Neil is working here tonight, and I thought I was the one who brought bad news. I never thought this place would be ground zero for an alien invasion. It's not that. Neil is just helping out. You've never looked like someone who needs help. There are a few things to clarify, Miss Freya. First, our mission was to never accept we are conquering Earth. In fact, it is the other way around. Second, judging from the situation, we are actually the person who is getting help from the barista, not the other way around. What? We have learned some things since we arrived and come to a conclusion. Before starting another breeding mission, we should learn more about how Earthlings communicate. We thought this place was the best place to learn. And you agreed to this? On one condition. I make the drinks. Neil will only be here to serve and communicate. Fair trade. What's in it for you then? What? You're helping them here. What are you getting in return? Now that you mention it, is there anything you want from us? Please do not hesitate to ask. Don't mention it. Well, maybe you can help my next story. I can write an article about your work here. Freya. If I still need to write an article for paper again. What happened? The chief found out. Oh. Is that why you didn't come yesterday? Yes. How did she find out? You remember my fateful meeting with the higher-up? In the elevator? Yes. The same thing happened with my chief. They met each other in the lift. And the higher-up mentioned our encounter to her. The chief called me into her office, and things went downhill from there. She realized immediately that it was the reason for my poor performance lately. Didn't like it, of course. I'm sorry to hear that. What are you going to do now? Write the goddamn novel, I guess. And after that, hope that it sells well. If not, I don't know. We do not understand what is really happening, Miss Freya, but we feel the immense sadness and frustration you feel. How about a warm cup of drink? It is on the house. Huh? Are you allowed to do that? We will pay for the drink. No, it's okay. It's on the house. That is a nice thing to do, Neil. That was the best thing to do according to our senses. It was. So, what do you want to drink, Miss Freya? Your favorite. Our favorite. Anything. I'll trust you with the decision. She wants her espresso! She wants her espresso. I'll just follow this guide. It's funny. Coffee, mint, honey. Coffee, mint, honey. Continue. Make a thing. Here is your drink, especially crafted by the owner of this coffee shop. Well, who else is going to brew it? Thank you so much for this. I always wondered why you place only served hot drinks, but today I might have an idea why. How far along with the novel? I can prepare for the draft in a few days, I think, now that I don't really need to care about other deadlines. If I want to manage to infuse some coffee and creativity blood. That sounds doable, even without the caffeine infusion. Excuse me, Miss Freya. We have learned extensively about Earthlings' bodies, about all races, and we do not think that infusing your blood with coffee would be advisable. I'm sorry, Neil. I'm not really in the mood for this sort of conversation. It was just... Neil? Freya wasn't serious about infusing herself with coffee. Oh. We are glad to hear that, then. It was a figure of speech, Neil. Ah, we have heard about that term. It is still very hard to understand your language. It will always be hard. Languages will keep on changing. Understood. At least we are here now to learn the basics of how Earthlings communicate. Miss Freya, if we may ask. Ask away. How fast do you write? Not fast enough, apparently. But do you have numbers? Numbers? How many words do you produce a day? I don't think I have an exact number, but full-time should be right between 3,000 and 5,000 words per day. That's a lot. That's raw. After that, I still need to edit it. I usually end up with about half of what I originally wrote. According to our research, the standard number of words for the thing you need to write is between 50 and 100,000. That's right. But for this draft, I don't need to write that much. That is a pleasant information to hear. How many words do you need to write? Let's see. I think it should be around 15,000 words. That's pretty big for a pitch draft. Well, that's GRI Media. It's the biggest publisher around. If we count based on the total number of words, it seems like you'll need to achieve your target easily. I wish. Writing isn't only about the number of words, Neil. It requires things outside the mere word count. If we only judged writers by the ability to write a large number of words, then we wouldn't have poetry or short stories. That is pretty hard to understand. But we learned beforehand that art is a difficult matter, even for Earthlings. Yep. Earthlings seem to have a fascination for things that are hard to understand. From languages to arts. Right again. But you're not on the wrong about the writing, you know. Word count is one of my few things that can keep you objectively judge how a story by. It's not the most important thing, but it's still up there. So it's still a valid parameter? Definitely. Cool. That didn't sound like you at all, Neil. I guess you really are learning something on Earth. Beverage for throat. Oh, another guest. Good evening, Miss Meadow. I won't even ask, except for one thing. Who is making the drinks? I'm still the one responsible for that. Good. Coffee with a little bit of ginger, please. Coffee. Here you go. Have a ginger coffee. Have a ginger latte, friend. Your order is ready. Did you record my order properly? We relayed the order properly. We swear we did not mess up the order up. I'm sorry, Miss Myrtle. It was my mistake. Please do not blame Neil for this. Huh? Whatever. Oh, was it not just... Or was it just coffee? Ginger? Yeah, makes sense. Psst, Neil, some people come to a coffee shop just to sit without being disturbed. Oh, that definitely seems to fit Miss Myrtle's visits here. Actually, I'm not here to just sit down without being disturbed. Huh? Pardon us. I was just training Neil how to communicate with the customers here. I can see that. You're still trying to get laid? Oh. No, we are not. We are tasked with learning on how Earthlings communicate with each other. Yeah, that's a step in the right direction. One suggestion. If you want to blend in with us, stop using such formal language. Start talking the way we talk. Start listening to the way we listen. Which essentially is not really listening at all. That would be very difficult to achieve. But we will try, step by step. One small step for you, might be one giant leap for your kind. It was nicely said, Miss Freya. By the way, Miss Myrtle, now that we know you're not here for your usual activities, are you here for someone then? Yeah. Oh, is it Aqua? Uh-huh. What's the occasion? No special occasion, it's just... I'm sorry, I'm late. I was supposed to leave early, but... What is this? What is happening here? I already got told the barista to call the cops when he's right. He's going to... I already told the barista to call the cops when he's said he was going to breed here. Where is Sky? Miss Aqua, please relax. I'm here. Oh, you're safe. Yes, everything is fine. Okay. Please let me take a breath. Here, please drink this water. Feeling better now? Yes. I'm sorry. It is alright, Miss Aqua. Everyone here is surprised to see me here. What are you doing here anyway? We are starting to think that we might need to start recording for the answer to this question. You don't have to tell me if you don't want to. No problem, Miss Aqua. It is time for our break anyway. So here is the deal. That is really interesting. Very nice of you to do this, Sky. It's nothing really. But you do really think that one day is enough to learn everything? Definitely not. But we do not want to disturb this place's business for any longer. As if this place cares about business. Besides, we want to travel around the planet more. This coffee shop is a good start. But we cannot limit ourselves to just this place. Where do you want to go after this? Coachella. What? What are you going to do at Coachella? According to our research, there are many breedings happening during Coachella. That is why we decided that the event will be our next target. Well, you're not wrong. But didn't you say the baby has to be born out of love? Yes, we noticed that. But we also noticed that things that we need to know a lot more about Earthlings, including their breeding manners. That is why we will study Coachella. After that, we will be very ready to breed with so many female Earthlings. I shouldn't say this, but hell, that sounds like the best plan you've had since you got here. We know. We also surprised ourselves. But please, Miss Freya, let us stop talking about our plan. We work here today. First, let us return to our spot behind the bar. So our discussion with Miss Myrtle was interrupted abruptly. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. What are you two doing together? It's nothing, we're just friends, you know? We just want to hang out and talk about our work. We both work in the same field, remember? Yes, that's it. I didn't have that much experience in game development, you see. I thought your research was in computer graphics. Yes, but I've never made a game from scratch before. I was always a bystander, so I've been asking Miss Myrtle for feedback from time to time. Today I wanted to thank her directly, but she arrived first, so I couldn't buy her a drink. Never mind that. I'd refuse it anyway. But, wait, if you want to thank her directly, doesn't that mean you're done with the game? Excuse me, Miss Freya. It should be your, not your. Oh, so you're now correcting my grammar now, huh? It was a slip of the tongue, okay? I'm sorry. How'd you even pick up on that anyway? It's not like what I'm saying is written down anywhere. We just know. Back to you, Aqua. So, you're done with your game? There's quite a lot of things I need to polish and fix, but players can enjoy the experience from start to finish. What kind of feedback do you look for people in a video game? Depends on the game. But in Aqua's case, Most of my advice was about the pacing control and the UI/UX. It must be fun to have finished working on your creation. Should I remove some of the weight on my chest? Just to replace it with another weight. You mean there's still more to come after you're done? I'm not even done with my book. I just lost my job. If I can't finish this draft on time, I'm done. And even after all that, if it doesn't sell well, then I'm done even more. Doubly done. I'm sorry to hear that, Freya. But please be more confident. I'm even to start that myself. I read some of your short stories, you know, after our first meeting. I subscribed to the Evening Whispers app, and then I read some of the stuff you write. They're really good, you know. Some of them are better than others, but it's still an enjoyable experience to read them. So I'm excited to check out your book once it's done. You're too kind, Aqua. What are you going through? It's more or less the same as what murders were going through. So I'm sure you'll both be fine. Ugh. You don't have to talk about them in front of other people. Oh my god. I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to. It's just that sharing is caring, you know? Okay. Thank you for the help me share with other people. I really am sorry. I know. I just said thanks already, right? But you put so much emphasis on share. That's sarcasm. I know that. Aqua. I'm sorry if it sounded that way. But yeah, I kinda get what you're dealing with. Although it's a bit different from me. What's your problem? Burnout? I've been working on something for 2 years straight, but no one outside the office knows about it. And those who do don't seem to appreciate it at all. I thought Full Metal Conflicts had a new game every 2 years. Yes. I don't really work on them. Not directly. So what do you work on? A secret project. I'll tell you after. I'll tell you on the friend DA. Okay? Alright? I'm not with the paper anymore anyway. I'm part of a special team. But that's with making a breakthrough in the studio. We need to be able to make a prototype for a new IP. Or worst case, another FMC in a different genre. Isn't that a dream job for some people? Yeah. That's what I thought, at first. You're a writer, right? Imagine being a writer, but you can't publish anything you write. For years. That doesn't sound like a pleasant situation at all. Bleep bloops. Just need to make sure it's not for me. Okay, it's not for me. My team has been making pitches, dozens of them, hundreds, thousands. Out of all those countless pitches, only a handful got approved for prototyping. And so far, none of the prototypes have been approved. Ouch. There are only 7 of us on the team. The 7 samurai, that's what they said. So you haven't released anything for the last 2 years? Sometimes our team hopes to support others when they're going through a crunch cycle. They need to hit an almost impossible target. We jump in. No wonder you folks considered the 7 samurai. I guess, yeah. By the way, Myrtle, I just realized. What? Usually developers get their vacation time after finishing a project, right? More or less, yeah. When was the last time you had a vacation? Before I joined the company, I guess. That's like 4 years ago. Uh-huh. Dude, no wonder you're so burned out. Yes, that's why. You need a vacation. But I can't just take one. You can. In fact, you do it tomorrow. But tomorrow is... I'm not done yet. You will take tomorrow, the day after, and another day after off. But where should I go? Don't worry, I'll take care of that. You will? I'm going with you on this long weekend vacation. What about Max West? That's not this weekend. Forget about it for now. Hey! Okay. But I can't do it tomorrow. How about starting Friday? It's still a long weekend getaway, right? Alright. Oh, I'm so excited. Wow, Aqua. You really look like a different person. Really? I'm sorry. Don't be. Okay, it's settled then. I need to go home now and prepare for our getaway. I'll come with you. To my apartment? No, we'll walk together to the bus stop, just like last time. Oh. Okay then. Everyone, see you next week, okay? Have fun! Take care out there. May you have a joy. Might you find joy during your vacation. But I will flub the line. Okay, see you folks later. Vacation, huh? You definitely need one, Freya. I know. But not now. I gotta finish this first draft. As we have said before, you can do it, Miss Freya. Thanks, Neil. Anyway, are you gonna close anytime soon? Depends. Why? I'm in the mood for some writing. Then please, take your time. You sure? Do you want another drink to be going on with? Still in the house? I definitely won't say no. The Spanish Sahara. Alright, I will call this time for a bit of a break, I reckon. So... let us go to a break. Let me put on some music. I'm just gonna quickly do some things around the house and eat a bit of dinner. I haven't had the chance yet, but they're so good. Because this game isn't complicated, it's just talky. Can't really stop to eat in a talky game. Alright, I'll be back. I'm back. Let's get back into it. Actually, let me blow my nose real quick. Alright. Friday, October 2nd. The Evening Whisperers is with the people for stricter gun laws. New Healthier Fury sedative might be available sooner. Action video game Rising Hell blamed for the violence in school. Welcome. Good evening, Mr. Baileys. Evening. Am I the first customer tonight? You are. That's new. Freya's not here. She said she's coming back later tonight. Got something to do with me meeting some fellow writer friends. Why not do it here? It's her favourite place, right? Her friends have visited this place from time to time. Just not as much as her. A writers' gathering, huh? I wonder what the writers will talk about when they're all hanging out. I've known them for some years now. She has this habit, you know. If she said they're friends, it means that they're just hanging out normally. But if she said they were writing friends, they're probably talking about work, either giving each other feedback on their latest drafts, or sharing and validating ideas. Interesting. They even use code words for meeting up. Oh, it's not like that. She doesn't even realize that's what she says. I just picked up on it. It's even more interesting. Are you always so observant? It's part of the job. Why is that? People come here every day. Some of them aren't as talkative as others, but their body language can be loud and clear. It can tell you a lot of things, whether they're friendly or just want to be left alone. It applies to whatever they're doing as they're ordering as well, because you know, sometimes what people want is not what they need. That's deeper than I would have thought. So, what are you reading from me now? I won't say. Why? That would break the charm. The hell is that? I guess I can say this much. Whatever I say or do to our customers, it's always related to what I'm getting from their body language. Including our interaction just now. Man. Now I see you don't want to share. Even that was enough to make me feel like I'm naked in front of you. By the way, I haven't ordered anything. What are you having tonight? Hot chocolate. With ginger and cinnamon. I heard that's a good drink for a bitter heart. Chocolate, ginger, cinnamon. Brew it up. Nice and good. Bitter heart. Here you go. You're a pretty romantic person, huh? Spending extra time decorating this drink. Only for special people and special drinks. Say, Sky, tell me about yourself. What do you want to know? Anything? How old are you? Old enough to open a coffee shop. Oh man, I guess I should have said sorry for asking. It's alright. But there's only one answer I can give. Now that you're making me wonder, what should I ask next? Hello everyone. Why are you both looking at me like that? Freya, you look horrible. No, I don't. Yeah, you do. No, I don't. Unfortunately, I'm going to have to echo our dear barista. Yeah, you do. What happened? You better be asking what didn't happen, because the answer would be proper sleep and decent progress on my draft. You need to rest. I missed my deadline? Hell no. Sorry, Baileys. I won't be able to keep you company, because I have to finish this thing. And for that, I'll need a whole hell lot of espresso. Are you sure about that? You really should just rest. Get something to help you sleep. Espresso! Please. This is where you break the rules. Break the rules. Milk, cinnamon, and honey. She needs sleep. Milk. Cinnamon. Honey. Get the fuck to bed. Here you go. What the hell, dude? This isn't even coffee. Drink. But this isn't what? Drink. Okay. It's on the house. Better be. That was the meeting. It was pretty good. I got a lot of good advice, but that also means things. And not a small of them, mind you. Need to be rewritten. Oh. Oh. It's not that bad. Rewriting is part of the process. It's just that. It's just... I'm going to my usual corner. Although, thanks to your drink, I'm not sure whether I'll be able to stay awake or not. She looks horrible. She does. But don't worry about her. She'll finish it. This isn't the first time she's acted like this? No. But this time the stakes are pretty high. So, what brings you here today? Not even sure myself. I had no plan tonight, and this place just came to mind, out of the blue. I'll have to thank your subconscious then. I guess you should. Not sure whether I should thank it or not, though. Hi, Laura. Hi, Baileys. How? You first. No, you first. I was just gonna ask, how you doing? I'm fine, thanks. How about you? I'm good, yeah. I think I need something to order first. Oh, of course. Go ahead. Hi, Sky. And what were you having this evening, Miss Laura? Gingerbread coffee, please. Coffee. Ginger. Gingerbread. Cinnamon, right? That's Christmassy. Yeah. Here it is. Thank you. My grandma used to make this drink for me. It reminds me so much of her. Reminds me of when I was growing up with my family. How's work? It's going pretty okay. You? I'm not taking any new jobs on at the moment because, well, you know. Yeah, I get it. You have enough in your savings, right? It's a very lower thing to ask, but yeah, I do. Thanks to that annoying job. It went well in the end. Kinda did. They paid me on time at least. And the pay was amazing. How long you plan to take a break for? I don't know. Till my problems are settled, I guess. And what problems are those? I'll tell you this, but don't tell anyone, okay? Not even Sky, who's standing in front of us? Not even Sky. Okay. So there's this girl. I love her. We've been going out for a few years, but I'm not really sure where we stand right now. How can you not be sure? We had an argument about a week ago. It wasn't anything new, but somehow things escalated uncontrollably. Why is that? I assume both of us were just tired, knowing that we're fighting against centuries of tradition. We haven't really talked since our last fight. Leaving things unresolved is not a good idea, but I can't bring myself up to start the conversation. Why? Even I'm not sure about that. Pride maybe, or tiredness, knowing that chances are we won't be able to find the best solution for everyone anyway. Baileys, I have a question. Go ahead. What do you think she's feeling right now? To be honest, I don't know. She's not like me, that's for sure, thankfully. Why? At least it won't affect her professional life that much. I'm glad I'm a freelancer. It means I can just take a break from my work without so many problems. I'm not as professional as her, as you see. I think you're wrong. Really? If I were her, I'd find it difficult to live life as usual. But I put on a lot of masks, just to hide the feelings I'm just going through. That sounds difficult and uncomfortable. She's got such a fucking bogan accent. It sort of ruins the tension. But a friend told me once, you gotta do what you gotta do. He must be a pretty cool guy. He is. What's next for us, Baileys? I don't know, Laura. I met some new people this week, including that supermodel you knew. That girl in the corner told me. Yeah, including that supermodel. And how does that make you feel? Like a fool? What? He said a lot of things that I've been trying to avoid thinking about, or a lot of truths. He's a bit like you know, attitude-wise. You'd get along with him. Doubt it. Opposites attract, but similarity breeds contempt. Ever heard of that before? A lot. From a certain hipster elf. And after listening to that guy, what's your stance on, us? I'm not sure, Baileys. What about you, yourself? Had any similar experiences this week? I have, in fact. You met a vampire, and I met a werewolf. What are the odds? What are the odds indeed? What did your werewolf say? Not much, to be honest, but he made a good point about the importance of family. Baileys. I know I've been stubborn about you wanting me to make peace with my family, and I know that's very important to you. But Freya said something that kinda hit me hard. What's that? I was just using you as an excuse to escape my family, when I actually want to do that anyway, for myself. You know me, Baileys. I do. You know that I have feel comfortable with people leaving their families, which makes me an asshole, I guess. I get why you think that way, Lua. Blood is thicker than water. What should we do? Lua? Yes, Baileys. Please let me leave my family. I'll try to get your family to accept me. That sounds like the easy thing to do after all. But you'll lose your immortality. You'll be an outcast amongst other elves. An outcast from a bunch of overly pretentious people sounds great. You'll live a long time, but you won't have the perfect health and perfect life that's the elven privilege. But it's not perfect life without you. What if a relationship doesn't last? You've lost everything. You'll blame me. Lua, I will never blame you for anything. If we're talking about who I used to be, that guy would have blamed himself. 100 reasons why something failed, but never anything to do with him. But that won't happen to us. You know why? Because I've learnt so much time by being with you for 10 years. It made me a better person. So you don't have to worry about any of that. Because right now, you're the most important part of my life. And I don't need a mortal life. Because without you, it won't be a life worth living. Baileys, just curse already. I believe in you. Do it. Do what? Baileys? I feel like we're living in a soap opera. It seems so. So what's our plan? Tomorrow's Saturday. We're going on a date? I'm going to my parents' place. Oh. I want you to come with me. What? That's so sudden. Did you already have plans for tomorrow? Well, no. It's just, I'm not prepared to meet them. You'll be fine. You don't want to tell them about this first? It'll be alright. Well, they never forbade you from dating other races. Men were a big fan of elves, that as much is true. But you can prove them wrong. Okay, this could be a good first step. It is. It's set then. I don't know what will happen tomorrow, but we can think about it. And anything else later. I'm with you on that. So, does that mean you don't mind me? I had my doubts, but now I'm sure. I can trust you. Well, thank you. You still staying at Farron's house? Yeah. You're staying with me tonight. Huh? What about your roommate? She's away for the weekend. Taking a long weekend getaway until Sunday night. Fate's on our side then, it seems. Hey, Sky. Yes? We're leaving. Thank you so much for keeping up with us last week. Pleasure was mine. We're off then. See you. Thank you for coming. That was pretty intense. Oh, you're back in the real world. I just pretended not to notice. They're like one of the main reasons why I'm writing this story. So I have to see how they struggle through it to the end. It's important for the writing, you know. That's cold. What? It's not like that. It's just that... Yeah, that was cold. I'm sorry. You look better than before, though. For now. I can't tell you how I feel until it's done. And I don't... There you go. Ruga. Arga. Whoa. Freya, get over here. This wolf? Is that him? I think so. Welcome, sir. Are you crazy? You can't treat a werewolf in a fury like a normal customer. Trust me, he'll have his reasons for coming here. You can relax, sir. Do you need anything? Something to calm you down, maybe? It's tea? Tea, milk, ginger? Tea, milk, ginger. I had tea, ginger, milk last time. Tea, milk, ginger. The Galahad. Here's your... What the hell? Is that really him? After seeing the reaction to the drink, 100%. Well, whoever he is... He woke me the fuck up. This place survived. Thankfully, yes. But I think I need to close up shop early. I don't want to cause any more ruckus. And I need to clean up some of the mess anyway. Good idea. Can you get back by yourself alright? I'll manage. Take care on your way back. You be careful too. See you tomorrow. See you. The Russian tea. It's an American drink. October 3rd, 2020. Wheatstone Company criticized for unfair depictions of werewolf in the latest SkyFlourish surveys. Couchella 2020, do's and don'ts. Atlantic ambassador in talks with fire regarding immigration. Welcome. Hey Sky. Good evening, Freya. You look very cheerful today. It's all thanks to you. What did I do? I finally got a good night's sleep last night. Like, I slept like a log. A proper 12 hours of closing my eyes and not thinking about anything. Good for you. You really needed that. I know. But I had the deadline coming, and I've been pushing myself to finish this draft. A bit too much, I guess. So now how's it going? You won't believe this. I probably will. But when I woke up this afternoon, the words just flew through me like water. And not forced crap like I've been writing recently. And that's why taking a break is important. Yeah. You don't need to start lecturing me now. So what's your plan now? Now, as in right at this moment, I'm planning to use the bathroom and go wash my face. And after that, I'll continue writing. Sounds like a solid plan. You know where the restroom is. Okay, I need something to drink now. Freya, you're unemployed. Don't waste your money on a coffee shop drink. That's so weird, coming from the coffee shop owner. I know. You've been a regular for years. If you only need the vibes of this place, just right here. No, I can't do that. You don't have any customers tonight. What would I do if this place went bankrupt? It won't happen. How can you be so sure? Just take this tap water and go do your work, okay? But... See? There's a customer coming right now, so don't you worry about me. Oh. Hi, Gala. What's wrong? I know you're a man of few words, but this may be pushing it a bit. Freya, Sky, I'm truly very sorry for what happened yesterday. Gala, hey, it's alright. No one got hurt, right? And the coffee shop's fine. Don't think about it too much, Gala. Like Freya said, no casualties and no problems with the coffee shop. I still need to redeem myself for the mess I made and the scare I gave you. I'm sure there's something I can do. Why don't you buy a drink? Something for the lady over here. I'm sure she'll appreciate it. Hey, what do you mean? Do you want anything to drink, Freya? No? It's alright, Gala. I insist. You don't have to. Please accept it. At least it'll keep me stopped from feeling so guilty. At least. A little. Alright. I wouldn't mind a coffee. Not an espresso, mind you. Something with a less of a kick. You know how to make a sugar and spice? The one with the cinnamon? Yes. A cup of sugar and a cup of spice, please. Sugar and spice. Coffee. Cinnamon is this... honey? Sugar and spice? Trash. Coffee, honey... Oh, sugar and spice, yeah. It's probably in the name. Duh, me dumb. Sugar and spice for the lady with the vices. Hey! Oh well, I won't complain. Thank you, Gala. Don't mention it. Sky, you sure there's nothing I can do for you? You don't have to do anything, Gala. It's fine. But to be honest, I'm curious. What happened yesterday? Yeah, if I'm not mistaken, you usually stay indoors during the full moon, don't you? I usually do, but there was a major emergency at the hospital yesterday. What kind of emergency? The hospital was usually packed yesterday after that announcement. Announcement? The one saying that a replacement government-issued Fury sedative will be available soon. Releasing the news on the day of the full moon was just... stupid. So many restless wolves came, asking about the sedative, which isn't ready yet. But the announcement said it wasn't ready. Just said it was coming soon. You think people read the whole article? They only saw the headline or glanced at it at the news store. Then they went straight to the hospital. I don't blame them though. Finding out that was the only publicly available sedative is dangerous. It's difficult for some people. I ended up having to explain it to dozens of werewolves. I even had to put some rogue werewolves in the isolation rooms. Is that bad, huh? Yeah, to the point that we ran out of rooms to put them in. That's why at the end of my shift I left. Normally I've asked a friend to come lock me in one of our isolation rooms, of course. But I couldn't, so I rushed back to my apartment. But it was too late. Thankfully, I was in this area, and I managed to force myself to come to your place. God, excuse me for asking this. Yes? But you didn't hurt anyone on the way here, right? As far as I remember, no. And I didn't see any blood on my clothes. That's good to hear. This might sound overly confident, considering what happened yesterday, but I have enough control to make sure I don't hurt anyone. as long as I have something to direct my fury towards. Usually, I end up destroying stuff around me, or worst case, hurting myself. Despite all that, I'm still glad that no one got hurt. Always looking for the positive side, aren't you? Just doing my job. Thanks, both of you. I really mean it. But please, is there anything you can do to pay me by? I mean, if there's anything you do, I can do to help. Please don't hesitate to call me right away. Will do. In the meantime, can I order a drink? Sure, what are you having? Same as yesterday. We want the coffee, milk, ginger, Galahad. That's a good name. It's a good name for his drink. Fucked up. Tea, milk, ginger. Did I do coffee, milk, ginger? Probably did coffee. Here's your special brew. Thank you. That drink saved me. Once again, thank you for helping me find this drink. By the way, Gala, now that you can be 100% sure that the drink is your natural sedative, why don't you just put some in a bottle and carry it everywhere with you? That's the plan. It has to be warm, though. Can use a vacuum flask, I suppose. I'll give it a try next full moon. Don't worry, Freya. I'm going to stay at my place for the next full moon. I'm just not taking any risks before I can make sure how effective this remedy is. What the? Rachel? What's going on? Huh. What else? Your father? Of course. What the hell was he thinking? Coming backstage at Coachella just to get to an argument with my manager. Huh? Before we continue, Sky, a cafe latte, please. That's normal, yeah? It's like coffee, milk. Coffee latte. Coffee, milk. Coffee, milk. Dick. Smiley face. Your cafe latte is ready. Thanks. How did he try to get backstage? He told security he was my father. No. And he messaged me about coming beforehand. He said he was just going to wish me luck. So I told him to let him in, of course. He's still my father. Things were nice at first. Then my manager came, and... ugh. I don't know why he hates him so much. It's showbiz. I'm mature enough to know what's good or bad for me. What happened after that? Mr. Lester told the security guards to kick him out. He's still out in the festival area. I saw him in the crowds. Did the concert go well as well, at least? Oh, yeah. Other than the arguments backstage, everything was great. I was the first one to play on the main stage. Usually no one plays that touches on first, but there are thousands of people in the audience for my session. Nice. So you don't need to be up with the event anymore after this? Not really. I did my stage time. And then there was this press conference after my show. After show press conference? Yeah, the pre-show was done yesterday. Today was a small one. There are almost a dozen journalists who wanted to interview me. So we just decided to do a mini conference. Good for you. Totally back in the game, huh? I guess I am, thanks to Mr. Lester. I would say it's because of you, but your manager's probably worked some of his ones too, I guess. Haha. So why are you here? Ugh. Because of Dad, of course. Told him to come here this evening. We really need to set things straight. He needs to stop messing with my manager so much. And because this evening is the only time we can meet, I can't go to the party Mr. Lester is hosting. What party? He's hosting a party for VPs and IC managers at a club in Belltown. Is it okay for you to go to a party without a guardian? I'm 18, remember? I'm an adult. Yeah, but you can only come some clubs if you're 21. Not this time, because Mr. Lester's my manager and it's his party. I'm not sure about that. It's true. No, I know you can do that by using his name, But I don't think you should be doing that with you. Why? I'm a no. No, you're not, Rachel. Have you ever been to one of Lester's parties? Well, you have? Not personally. I've heard stories. What stories? He knows how to party. That's good then. That's not necessarily a good thing. Knowing how to party might mean something else entirely. I don't know what you're talking about. You'll find out. Especially if you keep Lester on as your manager. Personally, I don't mind wild parties. But inviting an underage person to his party? That might be a bit too far. Well, huh? Meow. What the hell? Oh no. Dad! What? Rachel? Is that Mr. Hendry? Yes? Dad? What happened? Sky, can you make up a milk for him, please? Just milk? Just milk. Meow. Milk, milk, milk. You need it. Take the milk. Milk? Here. Thank you. Dad, please hold on. Can someone call an ambulance, please? They're on the way. I contacted the hospital. Thank you. I also contacted a Necomini expert personally. She's off shift right now, but she's also on the way. Thank you so much. I don't know what happened without your help. Don't mention it. Here they come. I'll go with you. Okay. Oh boy, that was really something, huh? Yeah. 2 days in a row. An emergency at your place. Or at least some people think of your place as they go to when they need help. You're right. It's not every day you can look at things on the bright side. Ha! Well, I'm on your coffee shop disciples, right? So I kinda understand them. I hope Hendry's alright. Me too. At least he's in good hands now. What's your plan for the rest of the night? Well, that was pretty hectic, but I need to continue writing. Take your time and place then. Will do. The Spanish Sahara. Sunday, October 4th, 2020. Police raid on private Coachella after party's biggest drug and sex-related bust of the year. Fight broke out during Coachella culprits police in custody. Despite arrests, Coachella will still go on. I need to have a look at my friends, please. Welcome. Hey, Pop. Good evening, everyone. Everyone's safe and sound tonight. So far, so good, officer. With the cop who's supposed to be watching this area hanging out in a coffee shop, I'm not so sure about that. Hey, I'm working right now. I just love multitasking, you know? That requires skill. Taking a break and working at the same time, you mean? You know it. That's an oxymoron. That's why I said it requires skill. Anyway, Sky, I really need an espresso to keep me awake tonight. Take it. Drink the coffee. Become one with the bean. An energetic espresso to keep Officer upright on patrol. You and your sense of humor. Your espresso is always out of this world. Definitely better than mine or my wife's. It's not a competition, officer. It is for her. She thought if she could make a better one, I'd stop coming to this place so often. That's not happening anytime soon. So anything special today? Surprisingly, no. Gotta make sure this place is safe though. What are you going about? I mean it. You were here last 2 days, right? Yeah, I was. Some crazy things happened here. In 2 days in a row. As if the gods were trying to give me a first-hand experience to use in my story. Still fretting over your story, huh? Well, the deadline for my draft is getting nearer. Oh yeah. How's it going? Quantity-wise, it's shaping up pretty well. Quality-wise, honestly, I'm pretty confident. Best of luck then. Do you have any updates about the last 2 days of chaos? For the werewolf case, I spoke to Gala about it. What? Are you going to arrest him? Some officers at the precinct were talking about it, but in the end, we agreed not to do it, because he really helped a lot that night. We asked the folks at the hospital, and some other people in the area. Without him, we'd have to have a lot more work on our problems. He helped a lot getting most of the werewolves safe in the hospital. Too bad he couldn't lock himself up in time. Thankfully, he didn't hurt anyone. So those who'd rather detain him can't do anything anyway. Phew. Be pretty mad if they'd arrest him. Being mad at me wouldn't solve anything. I know. What about Rachel's dad? Any ideas what happened? I'm not too sure myself. Most of it didn't happen around here. What? Yeah, it seems like it happened near Coachella. That's a long away. I mean, it's not actually that far, but you wouldn't be able to walk it, not in that state. So far, that's all I know. Rachel. Rachel? Is Mr. Hendry alright? Before that, could I have a cup of hot chocolate? Dark? Dark hot chocolate is like cinnamon chocolate milk, right? Dark hot chocolate? Chocolate. Oh, yes, I remember that. Just pure bitterness. Your hot chocolate's ready. Thank you. Dad's going to be fine. He woke up this afternoon, thanks to Mr. Gala. He got help fast enough to stop things getting worse. He's okay then? It'll be a few more days before he fully recovers, but no permanent injuries to worry about. It's good to hear. I know. But still. It's all because of me. Because I didn't listen to him. When all he wanted to do was protect me. Rachel, don't blame yourself for this. Please don't take offense. But it's okay for you if your father leaves the hospital. His friends are there at the moment, and I can't face being stuck in him with a bunch of people I don't even know right now. Besides, I really need to get away for a bit. So when I told Dad I'm going to visit the coffee talk to get some fresh air, he's okay with that? He understands. He always does, I guess. Miss Rachel, what really happened last night? Dad got into a fight with some thugs. He heard them talking about me in some very suggestive, perverted ways. Oh. He didn't like that, of course, so he morphed into his cat form and started a fight with the thugs. Why did he morph? So people wouldn't see what his human form looked like and link him directly to me. Some cops went to the crime scene. They found some eyewitnesses to testify. They managed to find the thugs. Are they fans of yours? No. It's even worse. They work for Mr. Lester. What? Oh boy. The reason why it didn't take long for the cops to find them was because they were already under arrest. Because the party went too far last night. Whoa. How did that all connect up? They're Mr. Lester's bodyguards. They were chilling after this show, having a pre-party before the big one. You know all about guys and locker room talk, right? Yeah? Well, that's what they were doing. And that was the topic of discussion. Ugh. So there's that. I'm sorry to hear that. And you were right about his party. I'm glad I wasn't there. Once again, I owe Dad for... Yep. Hey, it's okay. The most important thing right now is that you're safe. And your dad made it through. Should have listened to him. He might be out of touch, but he's still way more experienced than me. And he's my father. I wish Mum was here. She know what to do. She know what to say today when he's recovered. You know what? I'm sure you'll know what to do. You're an adult, remember? But I don't know. All I know is I have to be there for him when... That's it. That's all you have to do. It might be weird to hear about it from... like that, coming from Freya. But she is right. Be there when he needs you, Rachel. And whenever you need a breath of fresh air, you can come here and relax for a while. Guys, thank you. I've had enough fresh air for one day. I'll get back to the hospital now. Thank you for the update, Miss Rachel. I wish your father a speedy recovery. Thank you, Sky. Man, what a weekend. Pretty crazy, I know. Anyway, I've got to continue my patrol. It's been a pretty weird weekend. But overall, things are still safe around here. But even with that, never let your guard down, okay? No problem, officer. Thank you for checking up on us, Officer Georgie. Okay then, see you. Are you going to leave as well, Freya? I don't think so. I had enough rest, and I have stories to write. You're not tired? Definitely not. In fact, I think I can get it done today. Alright. I won't bother you then. Oh, you're never a bother. Besides, this whole book project would never exist without this place. And you. So thank you. The pleasure was mine. Now, I'm sure you shouldn't spend any more time on chit-chat. You've got a book to finish. No problem, boss. Marrakech. Fresh and minty. Two weeks later. More women have spoken about lately about tomorrow Sister lied. Initial reports indicate possible herpes outbreak at Coachella. Coachella Festival proves to be a major boost for Seattle tourism. Hello! Oh. You're finally here. Hey all. Hey, yo. Hey Freya. Ah, someone's feeling happy today. Of course. Did they? They approved it! I'm so happy for you. Congrats. Oh my. Do you know how happy I am? Judging from your expression, I saw somewhere between ecstatically and rapturously. You're goddamn right. Oh my god, oh my god. How did they react to the draft? To be honest, they're not that excited about the story itself. A story with an unhappy ending, huh? That's what they said. But at this point, I don't really care. As long as they publish it. I'm content with that. Anyway, whatever happens to the book now, I can take things a little slower. Because they gave me a year to finish it, with a feedback session every month. Sounds professional enough? Of course! They are the biggest publisher around. Enough about me. How's the coffee shop been doing? It's been great. We've had a lot of new customers lately. Some old-timers, of course. I heard Hyde's back from his trip to Korea. Yeah, he brought us some gifts back. He didn't get any for me? I'm not sure, but he did say he always gives directly. Gift giving the old-fashioned way, huh? How about you? Things are great. The last time I saw you was before your mini break. Yes, we decided to go to Coachella. Wow. And the event was a mess. Yeah, 3 hours at the festival was enough for us. Where'd you go after that? We ended up in Port Townsend. How was that? I enjoyed it. Never knew a historical trip would be so fun. Oh yeah, I saw your new profile picture, Aqua. She's got a new profile pic? Fuck, since when? You both look so cute. Oh man. Thanks. Was that taken during your vacation? No. It was at Max. They had a Japanese style photo booth there, so I forced her to take a picture together. You're at Max 2 Metal? Yeah. I helped her out with her booth. Thank you. You don't have to keep thanking me. By the way, have you heard from Neil? No. Not me. They did send 2 postcards to the office coffee shop. Really? Yeah, one's from Coachella. That's not even that far away. I sent a postcard. Hard to tell with them. What about the second one? It's from New York. What? What are they doing in New York? Beats me. Working on their mission, maybe. Yeah, probably. They stand out more of a chance there. Anyway, guys. We're leaving for the night. Oh, come on. So soon? We're here 4 hours before you arrived, and we wanted to do work tomorrow. Fair enough. Take it away then. Good luck with the novel. Thanks. See you, Sky. See you around. They look happier than when I first met them. They do. It's not easy for someone you can be comfortable with in such a short amount of time. Yeah. Anyway. Sorry if it seems like annoying you, Baileys. No worries. I don't feel like being ignored at all. Are you by yourself tonight? No, I'm waiting for Lua. She has some work to do. This late at night? Yeah. She's been doing overtime for the past few days. How are the two of you doing? Things have been great. In fact, after 10 years together, we're finally moving in together next month. Wow, congrats. But I thought Lua lived with her flatmate. We're moving to a new place. She got promoted recently, and her company's providing her with an apartment. Well, she must be a really big deal in her office. Well, she definitely earned more than me. That's not saying much, Baileys. Shouldn't say that to a fellow freelancer. Oh, here she comes. Hey, Baileys, I'm so sorry. I didn't expect it to take so long. I thought it would be done by... Honey? It's alright. Freya and Sky have been keeping me company anyway. Oh, hey, Freya. And Sky. Sorry for barging in without saying hi. How's it going? I would think things are great, but not as great as you two lovebirds. You told her already? Only about the moving in part. As you've heard, we're going to move in together next month. Where is it? Not far. I mean, the company provided the place, so they want to cut my commuting costs as much as possible. That's thoughtful of them. It means they don't have to reimburse my taxi fees when I'm working overtime. Oh yeah, that too. It also means we get to visit this place more often. That's a good point. We owe this coffee place a lot, honestly. Don't mention it. I have a question for both of you. Go on. The last time we met, I believe you were going to introduce Baileys to your parents. How'd that go? Man, her father didn't kill me at least. Well, at least Papa didn't let you eat onto that. That's right, you know. I know. And at least they didn't say no, which means a lot, I guess. It was a good start. It's definitely a good start. Anyway, Baileys, we need to go now. Oh, we missed the intro again. Folks going somewhere? Yeah, we're going to watch the midnight screening of Full Metal Conflict. I didn't take you for someone like FMC, Lua. I don't, but this guy loves it. Hey, you always enjoyed watching me play the game. I enjoyed watching you, not the game. Too bad I didn't introduce you Murdo just now, Baileys. She worked in the game. Really? Oh well, I'll be visiting this place more often. Probably meet her again one of these days. You probably will. Now go on, you lovebirds. You don't want to miss the movie. Alright, catch up with you later, Freya. Bye, Sky. Enjoy the movie. There they go. I'm so happy for them. They've still got a long way to go, and probably a whole lot of obstacles in their path. But they are moving forward. Yes. How you write your story. As it is. It's beautiful enough, and there's enough drama. Ha! That's one way to put it. Anyway. What's that look for? You haven't told me about any of the other friends here. How are they doing? We only stopped coming for 10 days. What do you expect? Come on, they've played a important writing process, remember? Well, there's some updates regarding the regulars. Tell me, where should we start? Get a beverage. Lula visits the place more often now that they live nearby. The last time they came, they were talking about catering and venues. I had returned from his trip to Korea and bought some gifts. Some are more special than others. He said he's considering moving back to Seattle if his agency allows. Akko continues to work with the university. She's still going on small indie games. The difference now is she's not alone. Neil? The only news about them was there are 2 postcards they sent to me. Rachel is back at the recording studio preparing for her first solo album. She found a new manager, someone who made the news as a legend coming back to the industry. And finally, Freya. She finished publishing a book and have some signing sessions. Sadly, the book didn't sell well. She still visits regularly now, working as a freelance writer, not giving much of anything. That's the game! It was a good time. I liked it. It was very fun. I think today killed my throat a little bit though, because it's hurting a lot more than before. Sorry, I'm just gonna get Firefox up to look for people. Because we don't skip. Not in this economy. Sorry, I'm just having a look at. Go to my channel, see who's playing Coffee Talk to send you there. Whoop. It was a good game. It was nice, concise. There's a lot more to it, I know. There's like endless mode and getting all the coffee, and I think there's a bunch more achievements to get. But I think it was a very nice and quick game. Very good characters. I liked them all a lot. But yeah, it was a nice game. I enjoyed it a lot. Music was nice and chill. It was a very good vibe game, which is nice. I don't know what to play next. I've got some ideas. I might not leave it up for a vote, but I might as well. So we'll find out then. By the time I decide. But yeah, for now, this has been stream. This has been a good stream. I liked it a lot. Tomorrow I'll be playing some. Tomorrow is going to be session 16 of Guardians Rebirth. Oh, welcome. Hello, Sky. Good evening, sir. Have we met before? I'm sure this is your first time here. Of course I've been here. In fact, I've worked here before you. But what? Wait. No way. Is that really you? It's been a while. You've changed. A bit too much. I've learned a lot about how to live with your people since then. I assume it was a success then. Multiple successes. What's with that look then? Just trying to blend in. It seems like an Earthling immigration agency is after me. Now that you mentioned it, someone did visit this place looking for you. When was it? Not so long after your second visit here. Was he a bald guy in a suit? Yes. That's FIE agent. You've seen him? Yes. Thankfully, I've changed my appearance since then. By the way, you can drop the act in front of me. So, you finally noticed. To think such power can be born from our kind. You're good with your act, though. It took a few tries, but there are many times where I forget to pretend that I don't have some knowledge of certain stuff. Interesting. Now I'm curious to know about those mistakes. Well, it happened a few times. First, when Freya told me about her meeting in the elevator. Then it was the time that Rachel visited this place. And the last one involved you on your second visit. Oh, and there was another one right after Freya got her draft approved. Can you show it to me? Assuming you know how to communicate with my kind. Never tried it, but let's see. Need Neil to help you. But yeah, there's more to that, it seems. Like playing the game again and then having certain different things happening, I believe. We can do it again. Yeah, we can quickly run through those days. So it's day 1. And we'll just skip it all till there's new dialogue. Triple shot espresso. You're about to tell me about your meeting in the elevator. Oh yeah, that. Huh? Wait. I didn't tell you that? How'd you know? Well, I was just guessing. No way you guessed that specific. You're being very suspicious. Maybe you have another news source. I have no comment. I knew it. But I haven't told anyone about this. Oh wait, was it someone from me entering the elevator in a hurry? Theorize all you want. No one comment on anything. Okay. I understand the importance of keeping information sources confidential, so I'll pretend you never said anything. Thank you. Phew. So yeah, where were we? Plan to do something? Yeah, so an extra dialogue on those specific days. Anything with chocolate. Chocolate. Take the dark chocolate. Coffee, milk. Here's your order. Is this what you call latte art? That's cute. Perfect. Then we go to day 3 and day 8 and then day 14. We go to my menu. Load up day 3. Honey milk. Oh, green tea. I did the wrong tea. I agree with Officer Georgie. You don't need to make a snap decision. I'm sure you and Mr. Hendry will find some common ground together. Why are you all looking at me like that? How do you know my father's name? Ah. Oh no. What was that? Nothing. Did I visited this place before? I can't say anything about that. You were just about to say something, weren't you, Officer Georgie? Well, I want to talk to me more about your problems. But now... I'm really good at this. Then day 8. A cure for a sore throat. Day 8. Tea, milk, ginger. Try this. Thank you. Just what I needed. What about you, Mr. Hyde? Tea, lemon, honey. The Midsummer's Night. Here's your order. Good evening. It's nice to see you again, Neil. We are also glad to see you, Barista. Although, we do not think we have told you about the name we use on Earth. Again? It's just that, you know, you kind of remind me of our first man on the moon. Oh, really? We have chosen the right name then, because that is where our name came from. This has happened 3 times now. You really are hiding something, huh? What are you talking about? Oh well. Milk, honey, mint. Let's see, I hope I got this right. Thank you. What the? Interesting. Before you ask, yes, that is how they drink. This What is this? We have never been able to taste anything in our life. But this is a breakthrough. We have to report immediately. Done. Thank you so much for all of our kind. You're one interesting person. Thank you. That was a compliment, yes? Normally, yes. Do I have the legendary Neo? But we believe it is right to share it with you tonight. Thanks to this eye-opening drink from the barista. I owe you this story. So why? Everyone, including us, and you and everyone else, is tasked to keep the balance of the universe. But sometimes it is hard for civilizations to maintain a balance by themselves, because unknown threats that appear beyond civilization's power can appear. And that is where we come in. I still don't see a relation between that and impregnating us. You're quite dense, aren't you? Hey. We came here to give seeds, so a half-breed of your kind can be born on Earth. That is correct. The half-breeds will be half Earthling and half whatever you are, yes. Assuming that you have some powers that we can't comprehend, you are trying to make sure that Earth will have its own protector. That is 100% correct. Holy shit. You're trying to give us a superhero? Yes, that is what you people call the protector. But why go through the hassle? It sounds like a lot of work. Why not just explain it to someone? I'm sure a lot of women wouldn't mind giving birth to a superhero. Sadly, it is not that simple. The future protector has to be someone that loves this planet more than anything. They have to be born out of love, which we have learned is a very complicated feeling on Earth. We have it easier back home due to the nature of our communication. We understand everyone deeply by default. So everyone on our planet loves each other from the moment they are born. That sounds beautiful. And creepy. Why? It sounds like your plan is a giant spherical orgy. That was a badly chosen word, but it is roughly similar to the truth. Oh my. If you say it's true, shouldn't we help them to get laid with love? Guidance is all we need. Otherwise, we might be responsible for the birth of a super evil person instead. Well, how's the mission going? So that's what I am, I guess. I guess I'm a protector. And then it's just the last day again. Secret bonus missions. The final day. Two weeks later. Surprisingly, they liked it. That's amazing. I know, right? Couldn't believe it either. They tell me if the book sells well, they'll definitely sign for me for a second book. I'm so happy for you. Anyway, what happens with the book now? Blah, 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 blah. By the way, I haven't seen your final draft. May I read it? Sure. I bought an extra copy. Let's see. The main character is a time traveler. Subtly. I mentioned just enough to raise suspicion. Where did you get the inspiration for that character? You know the answer. Why would I? Either you're smart enough to get what I mean, or you already know what my answer is. Don't think about it too much if it's only a story. Anyway, what's that look for? You haven't told me about any of our other friends. Dude, I can time travel. It's pretty sick. Just see if these are the same. Yep. Oh yeah, that was the she did well ending. Interesting. So, she found out, huh? Clever as usual. In some timelines, yeah. But I have to ask you this. Why? Why what? Why do all this? Opening the cafe, connecting people. I just like to make sure things are going alright. Besides, yes, I also have to make sure that I'll exist on Earth. Ha! That is one hell of an important task indeed. It is. Thanks, Neil. It's Neil, my dad. But yeah, we just got the God of Caffeine achievement. Yeah, that was fun. That was a secret. That was a nice ending, and it's a good way to tell you how to do it as well. So I enjoyed that a lot. Sorry, I'm dying. But as I was saying, tomorrow is going to be Session 16 of Guardians Rebirth, the Homebrew D&D campaign. For this week, we're just going to switch it to Thursday, because on Friday, me, Ethan, Darian, and possibly Kay will be back on Friday for more Primetime Crime Time as we go through Payday 3, as we check out the rest of the game. It's going to be fun. Saturday is going to be Nier Automata again. Tuesday next week, we'll be back to Omori. I know that I took yesterday off to play Payday 3, but I enjoyed it, and it was a good time. And then next week on Wednesday, we'll pick something else. I'll either have another vote, or I'll pick maybe Octopath Traveler. I've been wanting to play that game for a bit, but let me see what else is on the list. If anything else is there, Charterlight, Eastward, Vanishing Youth and Carter. I think I think I'll just do. I might do Octopath Traveler. I'll see. I might vote. I might decide later on the week. But yeah, that was that. This is a good game. Let's send you off to someone. Yeah. Just refresh. Make sure they're online still. Good. Alright. Slash. Alright. Well, I'll talk to you all tomorrow. Have a good night. Bye-bye.